Just about every automator I talk to wants to get a voice assistant in their car. Now, is the Amazon Echo Auto the first device I'm going to recommend for your car? Find out after this. Hello Automators, thanks for tuning in again. I'm Brian from Automate Your Life, and today I'm going to take the frustration out of automation by providing Spock level insight into the Amazon Echo and to help you make your purchasing decisions. So let's get going.
Goodbye, see you soon. Currently, traffic to work looks good. The fastest route takes about 40 minutes via highway.
What is the Amazon Echo Auto? Well, it's a device with Amazon's voice assistant on board that is specifically designed for your car environment. It has an 8 microphone array on it that is specifically designed to hear you well in the car, and it connects through the Bluetooth on your smartphone and the Bluetooth on device in order to access the internet and gain all of the access to all of the services that Amazon's voice assistant provides. Now, on top of that, it also connects either through Bluetooth or through the aux port that's provided into your car's audio system. So in the end, it provides you a full interface to Amazon's voice assistant and, in a lot of cases, access to different applications on your phone. Play Sonic 102.9 on TuneIn.
Sonic 102.9 from TuneIn.
Volume down. What can the Amazon Echo do is a long list that I could go on all day about, but I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of what I was able to do within minutes of putting this device into my vehicle. So I made phone calls. I was able to access my calendar, create calendar entries. I was able to navigate utilizing on-device applications. So it just brought up the navigation for me and allowed me to tap on screen to just start that navigation, all while using my voice. Now, I was also obviously able to get radio playing, to get music playing from a number of different connected services on Amazon's voice assistant application there. I could get the radio, the weather, the traffic, all of these components that we normally get with these, but I could do this on the move. But for lists, working with my shopping list was obviously fantastic. When I got to a grocery store or something, I was able to go and get that list and work with that list. Call 310-0001.
Hi, thanks for calling Panago. Our next available team member will be right with you.
You can say something absolutely prolific though if you want.
Other than don't hate Automate.
You'll need to tap the notification on your iPhone to start directions when it's safe to do so. If you don't see a notification, you can turn these on in your iPhone settings.
I liked a lot about the device, but the routines were especially powerful. As I returned home, I could trigger smart home actions to go on. You have to have one of these in your home, but you are able to trigger those actions. You can also give yourself a little welcome message and things like that. But when I was leaving the home, setting a location-based routine to start told me the traffic, told me the weather, gave me my news briefing. Then it went and it started radio, and it also closed down all of the smart things or closed off the smart lights that I wanted in my home. So all of that was capable just by leaving my house with my smartphone and my Amazon Echo Auto. And that's really what was so impressive about the device. It is really well integrated, not just with Amazon services, but your smartphone as well. So, you know, I was able to start and stop phone calls, and I was able to hang up, raise the volume, lower the volume. All of the things that you would expect you could do were there, and it was all through my phone. The same thing with navigation. It literally just brought up Apple Maps in a little notification, and I just had to tap on the screen. And speaking about that integration, what was really great was if I wanted to use a different music service, I wasn't tied to Amazon services here. On my phone, I could go ahead and pick the Bluetooth connection here. And when I picked that Bluetooth connection, the interface got actually better. So as I used the music off of my iPhone on this device and it was playing through my speakers, whenever I requested something from this device, it properly lowered the volume, and then I could actually have weather playing over top of the music coming from my phone. What's the weather?
It's 63 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Tonight's forecast.
The design of the device, and I didn't really understand this when I started, but the design of the device is really impressive. So we talked about those 8 microphones here, and they hear you every time. They hear you really well, and even with really loud music going, they hear you. But Amazon was smart. They also gave you this little sticky pad to stick this on. The back of this is magnet, so you can stick it on any car vent mount as well. And you also have the ability here to plug in 2 devices. So not just your Amazon Echo Auto, you can plug in your smartphone and it'll charge, and you're basically going forever. So some of the design decisions they made, and actually the aux port is another good point. The aux port is so important to getting a reliable connection. And we'll talk about that a little bit as we move into some of my dislikes here. But you know, that product design was especially impressive. And even though I'm in Canada, I was able to get this working. I can't get it delivered to Canada, but I was able to get this working with a little trick that I'll show you in a future setup video. It wasn't detrimental to any of my experience here, and I would say it's even improved the experience with Amazon services a little bit. So with all this said, I think you can see this was a very, very positive user experience once I got this set up, which brings me to some of my dislikes. The setup was tough, and it wasn't just because I was outside of the US. Bluetooth setups vary, so if you're going to use the Bluetooth output out of this to go into your car, well, cars really struggle, and they don't have this standard interface for how they work, and both of my cars work differently, and you saw this with the Rove Bolt review here on the channel. Bluetooth connections directly from these types of devices just seems to work very differently in every car. Now, once I plugged in that aux port, the whole experience got way better. I had to reset up the device to utilize the aux port, but it was so much better once I did that. If there's one complaint about the capabilities of the device, I'd still like reminders and alarms and timers to work on the device. And the last thing, I mean, honestly, it's impossible to get. You've got to get your invitation to be able to purchase this device right now. The support group, you know, when I talked to Amazon support, they weren't able to really support me with getting this set up in Canada, although they did try. So is the Amazon Echo Auto the first in-car device that I'm going to give a seal of approval from us here at Automate Your Life? The answer is yes. This is an excellently integrated device that works so well with your cell phone, and if you utilize that aux port, I think it might be a almost perfect solution for a vehicle. This is especially true, obviously, if you already have some of these other products in your home, because it gives you that smart home control. Otherwise, this is just plainly a well-designed, well-built product. For me, the pricing is fantastic as well, and ultimately, even when we're past that introductory price of $25 US, this device around $50 is going to be worth it for me. So from us here at Automate Your Life, this is the first in-car voice assistant. Now, if you'd like some further details about this, how it sets up, how you work with the device, and everything it can do, that video is up on screen now. You can go ahead and watch that, guys. Otherwise, of course, don't hate, automate.